There was recently the Fortnite World Cup, which was really interesting. There was a $30 million prize pool, largest in esports of all time. Even the losers got $50K. So actually, that's really cool because usually the losers just fucking waste their life and get nothing. That's right. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like in the Dota championships, it's like the winner gets $1 million and everyone else who's games for 20 hours a day professionally gets nothing.
They really get nothing in
I
Dota?
think so.
Damn, that's brutal.
Win or die trying. First place was a 16-year-old. Won $3 million. 16, dude.
I just looked it up. The losers do get something in Dota as well.
What'd they get?
It's actually not bad. Although it's split, Dota's a team game, so actually, you split it 5 ways, right? And then probably the management gets something too. So yeah, it's not that great.
Well, what is it?
Last place in last year's Dota tournament got 63 grand. So split that 5 or 6 ways.
10% for management.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's something.
That's enough to live off for a year.
Yeah.
5 grand. I could cut 5 grand when I was 18. Share a room, eat ramen. Yeah. Anyway, the 16-year-old kid won $3 million. You know, when I used to be super into StarCraft 2, it's always the young kids that win these games because once you're like over the age of 22, your brain is already too slow. I swear to you, you have to be like a Renaissance freak child because their reflexes and the way that they learn, they're just insane. I've seen it so many times in StarCraft 2, like 15, 16-year-olds, world champions, 22-year-old, alcoholic, can't hold his own anymore. It's actually true. In South Korea, they all become alcoholics.
Oh.
Big drinking problem in South Korea.
It's kind of like the equivalent of like the modeling career. You gotta be young. I mean, you can't really be 30. I mean, you see it today more, but it's mostly like young girls.
You think they wash up at 30?
Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy in gaming. They wash up even sooner. I swear to God, it's like 22.
Whoa, dude. You weren't lying. I just looked it up. South Korea is like per capita the biggest drinking country in the world.
Yeah, they love...
By like a lot.
Yeah, they're crazy drinkers.
Whoa,
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it, but there it is. They drink...
Above Russia. Russia's number 2.
What do they drink there? It's some rice. Some rice-based like beer beverage. It's not sake. It's something else.
Yeah.
That I've never heard of, but they love it.
Soju?
Soju.
There you go.
Huh.
Yeah. So, like, just to put it in context, Ninja and all these other famous streamers that you know to be like the best in the world didn't even qualify. So they're might be the most popular, but they're not even as close to as good as this 16-year-old kid who, by the way, won the tournament by far.
Wow.
Like I guess they gauged it by how many points you get in each match, by how well you do. And he won by like double the guy in second place.
That's crazy.
So they can't even hold a candle to this 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, Ninja is 28. He's like
He's
way
too
over
fucking
the
old.
hill.
I'm serious. He is. I'm telling you, he'll never. I bet you Ninja will never even make it to the finals any year because there's just some 16-year-old kid at home who's fucking plugged in. You know. Here's the video of him winning, by the way, which is pretty much what you'd expect. You know, take a look at this. Okay, I have a bone to pick here. Philip DeFranco is live. What the hell is that? Since when is he doing live? Hold on, I got to look at this. We're going to do a Meadow thing here.
Approval of media giants like Rotten Tomatoes. Studies commissioned by Hollywood.
What is this bullshit? Hi, I'm going to delete this on Monday.
Okay. What is this?
I don't know. They're doing some kind of live stream.
Why is that the title?
I don't know. You better watch quick. All right, get out. That's such clickbait because look on the sidebar. I'll show you guys. It's like his normal thumbnail. He says, "I'm going to delete this on Monday." Philip DeFranco's always on that clickbait game, dude.
You got baited.
Yeah.
Can't hate.
Well, anyway, here's the 16-year-old winning $3 million, and my goodness, this is the most anticlimactic. You know, they're in this huge stadium, and how many seats did it say it had, Dan?
I think 23,000.
23,000, full, sold-out stadium. And watch how anticlimactic it is.
Running low on materials, but he still wants more. 4 limbs in this game.
He's not
climatic.
anticlimactic.
Right.
Dude, look at this chaos. What the fuck is even
What
happening?
am I even
This shit
watching?
makes me feel so old.
Well, he died, but he won anyway. So the guy who won the tournament isn't even... But anyway, they're waiting for the game to end.
And it might come down to a heel-off. T-Chubb dropping down those campfires. We'll see here. Crew following it all the way in, and T-Chubb goes down. Crew with the victory royale.
Crew with 7 eliminations and the victory royale. The monster performance at the end of it. That could have just secured him hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even over $1 million by just that game right there with how he does.
This guy just won.
But ladies and gentlemen,
Look at this.
there's no way anyone beats him.
There's nothing.
Oh my God, $3 million.
There's no Gatorade. There's no family.
Where's
there's
the
no
family and
trophy.
friends?
Like, bro, it's just getting awkward at this point. He doesn't know what to do. Look at everyone around him. Nobody's congratulating him.
Oh my God.
I mean, guys, what do we do? What is this?
Why?
This is the biggest sporting event in
Yeah.
esports. Bro, you see NASCAR? You know how those motherfuckers celebrate?
Where's the parents?
Look how embarrassed he is. Yeah, pound it. Thank you,
Cameraman.
man.
Like
Yeah.
the cameraman's
Mom
like, hey, I'll
and
give you some
Dad,
props.
where are you?
Like, you see NASCAR, how those motherfuckers celebrate? Trophy, crowd, champagne bottle. You don't need to get alcohol. Get a soda pop and
Yeah.
fucking squirt it on him. Like,
Or at
guys,
least give the kid a hug. Like, what is going on here?
Well, there was some sort of award ceremony, right? It didn't just end after that, did it?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, this was the moment.
But
was
this
the big
is
moment.
it.
You're right. I mean, yeah.
He won $3 million.
$3 million. This is the big moment. He's standing there doing this. He's embarrassed. He doesn't know what to do. Unbelievable. I got to talk to them.
Great job.
Well, congratulations to him. But I got to talk to them about
I wonder
how
if
they're celebrating.
this starts a whole new genre of annoying parents who are like, are you going to get us $3 million? Like when the kid is playing video games?
I think they exist, probably. Well, I tell you what, these kids are not. They need to play with the support of their family. Here's the crazy thing, though. Will people ever take 16-year-olds serious? Because, like, in sports, the prime is between 18 and probably even up to 35 because, like, even though physically, like, Kobe was having his best years when he was, like, you know, in his 30s, right?
No.
Early 30s, he was having good times, wasn't he?
He was still doing well, but I mean, when the Lakers were winning every year, I think he was in his early 20s.
Well, I don't know that people are ever going to be okay watching 16-year-olds. Because you don't want to feel like you're watching a bunch of kids.
But it's a young audience that's watching.
It's true, but people
you're
are saying,
will
when is it
adults
going-
watch?
When is it going mainstream? And obviously it's in a stadium, you know.
There's a lot of Olympic sports where the athletes are all very young, like gymnastics, Olympic gymnastics. They're
that's
all
true.
teenagers.
But I think they're meant to be. Are they not 18?
No, it's always like, at least in the what do you call it, when they're like flipping the tumbling and all of that, those are always like teenagers. And they're same kind of thing as the esports. They're over the hump by the time they're 18. They're old news.
Interesting. Here's some stats. By the way, this kid's name is Kyle Buga. Kyle Buga Gerdorf, a 16-year-old from, he took first place in the solo competition in the inaugural Fortnite World Cup. He amassed 59 points, with 23 of that coming from eliminations Over the 6-round finals played today, that information was not useful to me. Stats. This is interesting. I was wondering, how popular is Fortnite compared to other sports? Because you see them. So here, let's put it in perspective. Overall, Fortnite stats. It has 78 million active players, 250 million registered accounts. For comparison, League of Legends has 80 million active players. PUBG is down to 750,000. Not even a million. Although, so this is when it gets weird, PUBG Mobile has 100 million active players.
PUBG
and they're all
Mobile?
in China.
Huh. You can play that on the phone?
I know, isn't that nuts? Online. Peaked at, so how many people were watching this tournament? 2 million people live watching the tournament between YouTube, Twitch, and all that. But for comparison, you're looking at the World Series of Baseball, 14 million. Dota 2 World Championship had 15 million, although 14 million were in China. Super Bowl, 100 million. That's the biggest sporting event in the United States.
I wonder if once we have adults who grew up playing this kind of games, will they watch a tournament like that?
The problem with esports, and it's always going to be the problem, is that the game changes.
Oh, yeah, right.
No one's going to give a fuck about Fortnite in like 2 years.
Yeah. So that's the problem.
It is. Well, League of Legends, this game's been around forever. The finals had 205 million. 203 million of it came from China.
What?
Yeah. A Chinese team was in the finals, which was a big reason why. But there's so many fucking people in China. We have 300 million here in this country. That's a lot.
Yeah.
In China, what do they have, like 5 billion?
No.
Or like 3 billion?
I think, no. I think it's like 1.5 billion, something like that. China population.
Let's
yeah,
see.
1.4.
Okay. That's a lot.
That's
a
crazy
lot of people.
still.
I mean, 203 million people in China watch the League of Legends final. That's 2/3 the population of the United States.
Yeah.
Wow.
But here it gets crazy. So to put it in perspective, the 2018 World Cup of Soccer had 900 million. That is
soccer's not going to get beat anytime soon.
So just for comparison, 2 million watched Fortnite. 900 million watched the World Cup of Soccer. So, yeah, I don't know that you'll ever beat dudes kicking around the ball. Simple is the best. There's nothing to misinterpret there. You know what I mean?